in today's video I'm going to actually see if I can get this thing to start, because I don't remember in last video it didn't. Let me show you quickly what it's doing. So as you can see, the car's no good. So next thing I need to do, I need to make sure it actually works for one, because I don't want to obviously start buying parts for this thing and it's completely knackered. So the next step is to actually to jump it. I don't have a traditional jump box, so I've got to go old-fashioned way, jump leads. So let's get into that and see if this can actually start. Okay, so first thing first, to jump it, I've got to go from my battery, which is here. And on here, you've got the positive terminal, that says there, and the negative terminal over there. So negative is, excuse me, the black wire, this one, and it's going to go from my terminal over here. If I can connect that on, like that, and it's got to go connect to a grounding point on this car here, which is these. Oh, it doesn't reach. Bear with. Hi guys, I owe you an apology. I'm a donut. See, I'm still learning this whole press a button to record thing, and I forgot to press the button, and yeah, I carried on working on the car. But this is what happened. As you can see, it starts, which is good. But I'm just a bit worried that maybe, you know, if I turn it off again, or if I leave it for a little bit longer, it might just shut down and completely die. So what I've done is, I've gone to the shop, and got myself a brand new battery for the car. Now, I think that might solve the problems, but I don't know. I'm learning as you are. But yeah, apologies for not recording the bit I just did. I will show you how I did it in a minute. I'll just go for a quick explanation. I'm not obviously going to connect it back up and stuff because it does start now. But yeah, I'll show you quickly what I did, and then I'll connect the battery up, and then we'll go from there. What I mentioned earlier about the terminals, obviously the black cable, when I was jumping the battery, the black goes from obviously my negative terminal on my car to a grounding point on the car here. So it could be any bare metal point that you can really connect to, and then obviously you go from red on the dead battery to the red on my car. So that's how you do it. So now moving on to the battery, first thing you've got to do is remove the brace that is holding it down. But once I started doing this, I realized that most of these bolts are actually quite loose. I'm not sure if that affected like the battery starting or like the car starting at all, but they were quite loose. But yeah, anyway, once I've removed the brace holding the battery down, I then moved on to the terminals and loosened them up. The first terminal you start with is the negative terminal, which is the black cable on this car. Once you remove that, safely tuck it away, make sure you don't touch any parts of the car. You move then over to the red one. You do the exact same thing, you slowly loosen it and remove it carefully. Make sure again it's not touching any metal parts of the car. And that is the battery removed. Now putting a new one in, it's just literally everything in reverse order. So place the red cable back on first, screw it up nice and tight, and this time I'm actually going to make sure it's tight, because again, last time it wasn't tight at all. And then once the red cable's on, I'm going to connect the black cable back up and make sure that's tight too. Definitely making sure they are down properly. Once they're in, it's just a matter of connecting the brace back up. Once the brace is all back in and the battery is secured, just going to go over every single screw, make sure that it is properly tightened down, and that is the battery job done. It's driving. It actually feels quite nice as well. It's not got any weird noises. No weird creaks, bangs, knocks, anything worrying. Only thing is worrying is the brakes. Stop, slow down. Yeah, the brakes are bad. Brakes are really bad. Ugh, brakes are awful. But I think as a first initial drive, it's okay. Everything's working. There's no lights on the dash. It's not... Yeah, I think I've got away with it here. It's just the brakes. The brakes are bad. Picks up and goes quite nicely. Sweet. So I might got a decent car here. Okay, well, now we know it works. And all it took was a battery, which literally cost me £45. I don't think that's too bad at all, really. It's got some pep in its step. Okay, right, well, let's get this back. Please stop. Please stop, brakes work. There we go, let's get this back. And let's now think of other things we can do to fix it. Okay, so that's the car and the battery all fixed and sorted. As you've seen, it's running now. So the next step, I think, to give this thing a good service and check out and make sure it's all right. But yeah, it wasn't too bad actually. Changing the battery's not too bad, but that's gonna be all for today. Sorry that my film was being a bit terrible. I will remember to press the play button next time. But yeah, thanks as always, and I'll see you in the next one.